Hello all, my name is Nicholas Gallegos. This is my mechanics deconstruction for Star Wars Battlefront 2 game mode called Capital Supremacy. In this game mode, you do quite the extended battle time between the ground and the air forces. You start out on the ground and you're looking at all these bases, and it feels a little bit overwhelming at first, but you still get to utilize a whole bunch of cool things in order to take these bases, like these heroes, Darth Maul, and all the other ones that you can play as too. Great thing about these bases is that it's Dominion style. You go over there, if there's more than one person sitting inside a base, then it's contested, and you have to flush everybody out before you can even start taking it. Then you have to actually let that bar finish, take the base, and then you start gaining the troops that you need for your ship. You can see up there on the top in the center, you got red and blue sides. Red's getting a lot more troops than blue is right now, which would be me, and we're trying to do something about that. Now, it doesn't always work in your favor. You keep trying to take the high ground or something, you keep dying, but that's the beauty of there being so many different command posts, is you don't have to rely on one command post to get troops. There's tons of them, and you can use those heroes. You can use this first-person mode here for your guns, which is what I prefer for most of the regular classes, and you can toggle between third and first person, depending on which perspective best suits your fight style. Best thing I think about this game mode is these vehicles here, the speeders and the speeder bikes. These Barca speeders are something that are very underrated for these games. If you notice in the movies, it's something that's used quite a bit, and it's actually a dominant strategy for most of them. In the game, it doesn't really feel that way, but on this game mode particularly, you get to use them to their full advantage, like driving from one end of the level to the other here and trying to take their base and kind of just troll their spawn point area. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to, though. So you get to the very end of these rounds here on the ground, and then whoever's got the most troops by the end of it gets to board the ships. And boarding the ships, there's definite advantage to getting on that ship. A lot of people don't realize that. They like to sit here and get kills, but getting on this ship gives you troops, extra troops, added to that 50. And there's people guarding it, so they'll shoot you down as soon as you get there. But if you manage to get there and your team has secured the area pretty well, then you can hop on that ship, and most of them should hop on right behind you too. I think the key to getting back on the ship, even if you get killed, is to hop in one of these speeders, exit out real quick, get onto that ship, and then let's go up there and fight up on the Star Cruiser over there. Nice little cinematic in between, which gives you a little bit of a break, I feel, from the constant action that is in this game mode. So up here in the starship, things get a little hectic too. You got your nice little break, but now it's time to get back into it. I feel this is important for keeping the player engaged, because these battles can last a very, very long time. We've played for over an hour and a half sometimes. You get in here, and your first objective is to break through the doors. You got to breach these doors, hack the door controls, and get through. And I wouldn't be able to do any of this right now if I didn't have my brother and my sister here helping me. You can see them in the green, just shooting everybody around me, keeping them off, so I can constantly hold the X button and hack these controls. And once you do, you move up to the next point. Override successful. You get to this last little bit here, and you got to take the cooling vents with all the stuff that I've told you about. You can't use vehicles, obviously, still, but once you get these cooling points right here, and you take the ship, then the game is over and you've won. Or if you defend it, you go back down to the ground and try to fight so you can take the cooling vents.